Hey, this is Candy from Pop Culture Exchange, and today I'm going to share with you a weird piece of video game history. The Sega Game Gear has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about today, but Communist Mutants from Space has a lot to do with it. See, this is one of those games that came out for the Atari 2600 that requires you to use a cassette deck, because it is actually released on cassettes. Well, in 1982, there was a company called Arcadia that released the Supercharger, also known as the Starpath. What this device has is an 1/8 inch headphone jack meant to go into your cassette player to load these games. You see, the Arcadia Supercharger Starpath is a lot like a Sega 32X, only awesome. I say it's very similar because much like the 32X leached off of the Genesis to deliver its own brand of terrible gaming, the Arcadia Starpath leeches off of the Atari 2600 to deliver its own brand of strange cassette-based gameplay. So the real way of doing this looks like is we're supposed to take the Starpath, stick it into the Atari 2600 slot, and load the tape up with an old school tape player. Well, luckily I've got one new in bag, ready to go. Let's do this. Alright, so we've got it all hooked up. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so it's immediately telling us to rewind the tape, but I don't have a tape in there. Alright. Turn this up. Oh, that's the loading screen. Oh. Okay, didn't seem to work. Try again. Maybe adjust the volume. So it's not the easiest thing in the world to get to working. At least if you do it this way. Stop tape. Done. Alright, Commie Mutants, this is it. Okay. Oh, show you how much I suck at this. Communist Mutants from Space. So as awesome as all this sounds, there were only 10 games released for this in its lifespan, and about 10 more that were unreleased. So you would have to have every single one of these on cassette tape, and then you'd have to have one of these cassette players to even play the game. Well, it turns out later on they released a CD that included all of the games on it. I actually have a burned copy here. This is a burned audio CD that includes every audio file that was on any of those cassette tapes, as well as a bunch of games that were unreleased, and some homebrews. But even with this, you'd have to have a portable CD player, and I haven't had one of those since high school. So I got to thinking, well, what's the easiest way to do this? So I got myself one of the cheapest MP3 players I could ever find. This hooks easily into it, just like the rest of them, right into the headphone jack. And this is probably the best, most convenient way of delivering all these games. So now we know that you can load it using the standard cassette deck, a CD player, or an MP3 player. But then that begs the question, what else could you possibly use to load these games? Let's give a couple things a try. So the next thing we're going to try to load this game up are the Talk Boy, which you guys may remember from Home Alone 2. Yeah, I know this one has no battery cover. Wah. Anyway, we're going to see if it loads up on this, but we're not only going to try it in here, we're going to try to slow it down a bit with the slow down function and see if that still loads the game, if it just takes longer. The other thing we're going to try is a Teddy Ruxpin. Now, with Teddy Ruxpin, everybody knows that he plays cassette tapes as well, but he does have a little 1/8 inch jack down here. Let's turn him on and just see how he works with his normal tapes, what he does, and then we're going to try and hook him up to the Atari and see if he can play the game. Ah yes, just as I suspected. Takes a ton of batteries. So does the cassette player though. As you can see, everything in the 80s took a ton of gigantic batteries. Oh, they just took out Batgirl. See? They're menaces. So we're getting the batteries in. Now I will warn you, if you don't know what a Teddy Ruxpin is, you did not grow up with this. Look away now, because these things are slightly scary.
like for you to
So now we get it. Let's pop out this tape. Put in the communist space mutants here. Well, it has no effect on him facial feature wise. Alright, so here we go. We got everything here. We're going to hook up Teddy Ruxpin to it. Tape is in there. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure he's giving the correct signal. Trying it again at full blast. You know, I apologize if I thought this was going to work. Huh. Well, I guess the answer is no. Teddy Ruxpin cannot load these things. It's so frustrating. Now we're going to go for the Talk Boy. I'm going to be sure I rewind the tape. Maybe at like a slower speed? I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Hear it? So it's just about whether or not the superchargers... Oh, okay. See? It's starting to understand. It's hearing something, but it's not picking it up. It's not even really working off the Talk Boy. Of course, this Talk Boy doesn't work very well. I just noticed there's a couple more things in this box besides the supercharger ad, in case you were the poor sucker that bought this not knowing that you needed something for it. There were some important cards in here that say side A of cassette is the quick load side, side B is the standard load side. Some cassette players may not load reliably on the quick side. If you have a problem, flip the tape, use the B side. Let's try the B side. They tell us that, you know, not all tape players are created equal, and that sometimes the B side works better with, you know, other cassette players. Let's give it a shot. Oh, wait. Hey. Now this is of course not the quick load screen, so this is probably going to take a long time, but it is working. Now I'm not gonna say that this is working until the game is loaded, but this is a good sign. The purple curtain closing is always a good sign. Taking substantially longer, as we can see. Oh, stop tape. I think we got it. Ah, there it is. Commie Mutants. Okay. Well, that did seem to work. Let's go ahead and rewind it, put it back on slow, and see what happens when I try to load the B side in slow position on the Talk Boy. Now, if this happens to load, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna take twice as long. Oh, wait. Oh, that was so close. Okay, let's try it again. That really almost happened. I can't believe it. Okay, we get the black screen. We're getting the noise. Oh, here it is. So there you go. So it is reading it slowed down. Oh! I'm gonna keep trying though, because this really almost did it. Okay, try it one more time. It really, really wants to close and load the game. Something tells me if it does load though, it's gonna take twice as long as it took last time, which was a long time. Sounds like a hearing test. Come on, you got this. Let me play those commie mutants. Oh, and we got it. There we go. We have gone backwards and loaded commie mutants slower than it was meant to be loaded on side B. And, as you can see, once the game is loaded, it works just fine. I still am not very good at it, but So we know the original games can load fine in a cassette player, and you can load them incredibly slowly on a Talkboy. I've actually never been so excited to see a game load so slowly. But we should actually try it with the MP3 player, because I've had a lot of mutant commies and everything, and we should try another game, because supposedly these games were better than the 2600. They actually ran better and had better graphics. So let's check out the MP3 player and check out a couple other games that are on. Alright, so let's try the MP3 player. Let's try this track. Hit play. Now ideally this is how fast you should be wanting to play these games. I'd imagine if you had one of these, you probably wouldn't be using the cassettes very often. Alright, stop the tape, so I'll stop the MP3 player. Just turn it off. Alright, and we've got Escape from the Mind Master. Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh. Whoa. That's pretty wild. It's about as 3D as an Atari gets. Oh, what's that? Did I get something? Oh, looks like I'm dodging some stuff. Okay, well, this is kind of fun. Oh no. Oh, it's getting faster. This is not cool. Oh! Oh, it got me. Okay, well, 24, whatever that means. Take some time. Alright, about time. Let's see what happens. Suicide Mission, 1982. Huh. That is quite the flickering it's got going on there. Maybe if I just hit Game Select. There we go. Okay. Alright, can we just... Okay, well. Okay, and then hit Start. There we go. Alright. Okay, I'm shooting blobs. They're multiplying. Stop the tape. Okay, so let's hit Game Select. I feel like I'm not getting anything. Let's hit Game Reset. There it is. Alright, so here's the game. Not only was that some of the coolest noise ever, but I have no idea what just happened. Again, super cool sounding. Don't know what's going on. Huh. Well, thanks for watching the video. If you like it, just thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos.
And if you're in the Omaha area, we're on 72nd and Pacific next to Bed Bath & Beyond. Come check us out.
You're right, Billy. Yeah. Woo. Come on into Pop Culture Exchange, where we buy, sell, and trade used video games and vintage toys.